Oh, say, can you see the light? What's the problem with you? Shouldn't have turned down those cue cards. Whoa.
Welcome back to the United States of Australia. I am the Aussie guy.
Hello, Dean. You're a stupid head.
I want to thank Dean, the Aussie guy.
Yes, that's me. That's me, Dean, the Aussie guy. And joining me here today, we don't have
New Jersey Ranger 201. What a fucking moron you are.
He's fucking gone running and hiding from stealth chaos as one NJ Ranger. Gone into hiding. But, of course, folks, we do have.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I feel like shit.
Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I feel like shit.
Baby, how you feeling?
I feel like shit.
Oops. There he is. G'day, Robbie.
A little more bloated than usual, but I still don't know how I made that face. Yikes.
Have you bounced back after the controversial emergency stream on Tuesday?
It was controversial?
Apparently so. Pest clipped me calling Karl a simp.
Oh.
And so that got around a little bit. But also, you know, the big moment between you and I that Ava instigated. You know what I mean? That evil fucking Ava.
I instigated something with her? I'm very confused.
No, she instigated something with us.
Oh, yeah. Now, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I got prepared for the Karl stuff behind the scenes, and all of a sudden you veered slightly to the right, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? So, yeah, no, that was it. Just a second.
You're right.
Oh, that's why my eyes are red. I got pizza dust in my eyes. Okay, never mind.
You gotta be, yeah.
I had a cold piece of pizza, and it had, you know how it's one of the crust with like the seasoning on the crust, and I was messing with my contacts in my eyes, and that's why my eyes are all red. It all makes sense now.
What's the word for when like a human body like just becomes, you know, mist? What's the word for that?
Incinerated?
No, that's burning, isn't it?
Yeah.
I swear there's a word for it. Anyway, that's what you do to pizza, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
As the lovely.
There we go. KB.
Spontaneous combustion. Yeah, no, there's a
vaporize. There we go, Mickey.
Vaporize. Yes, that's what Robbie does to a pizza. Thank you, Mick E. Staying up late with us. Old Mick E. Good to see you. Franklin 90210. Let's bully Karl. We should. We should indeed, Robbie. Is there anything else though before we start? You know that you need to get off your chest. Let people know.
I somehow developed plantar fasciitis while sitting doing the pod last Sunday. I put my foot at a weird angle, and then it fell asleep, and then it's hurt ever since. So I've been limping around. So that sucks.
There you go, folks. The great Robbie the Mariner fan. He can injure himself sitting down. That's
yeah, pretty much. I mean, it has not been. It's one of those weird things. Like, and then 2 days ago, I thought it was gone, and I went to bed, woke up, took one step off the bed, and fell over from the pain. And I was like, I guess it's back. So I don't know what's going on with my foot. It's all sorts of fucked up.
Who says women aren't funny? Lady KB.
In Robbie my science fiction universe, they call drugs pizza dust. That is correct.
Robbie buys pizza dust at $50 a gram. Nice one, KB. She's not just a pretty face. She's got jokes too. Speaking of which, did you see her on BYB on Friday night? My God.
Oh,
no wonder those boys are just like, it's KB, tits. It's very funny.
I was glad that's a rhetorical question. I thought you were legitimately asking me, and I was like, you know the answer to
that. No, of course I knew the answer to that, but still, should we just... I know how you love to do it, Robbie, so I think we need to do it. first.
Aaron's boring, and April adds nothing. It's gonna be great. We're scripting this morning. Come on. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's gonna be mediocre as fuck. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp.
Yes, it is. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. The great James Baumet says, I love his Robbie. And then he meant
Heckle.
this. Well done, Baumet. We love you. And I've been demoted to okay. I'm just okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Jimmy. Good to see you, mate. And of course, Eccles here. Have I ignored Eccles?
yeah.
But he does. Yeah. Anyway.
I saw. Can I just get this off my chest real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mason in Portland's comment. Is that where you're?
No, that can wait for a second. That's like a never
get it off
ending
your
nightmare.
chest.
Okay. I saw a picture of Echo with dyed green hair. I don't think he should ever be able to make fun of me and my looks again after that. Like, he's got like an anorexic tooth, and his face is in parts as wide as mine is, and he's also got like 3 chins. Now, granted, they're not like the 3 type of chins I would have, but they're still verifiable chins. And as much as I like Echo, I feel like all these years that he hid behind a pineapple, he made fun of my looks and everything, and it's a false flag offer. It's like stolen valor. You can't be that way and then call me all those names over the years.
Got him. Yes. How do you feel, Echo? How do you feel? Ooh, right. That has been what? Sitting on your chest for quite some time.
Yeah.
I think you've just lost a few more pounds just getting that off your chest.
No,
beautifully said, though.
Yeah.
He's got a huge head, eh? That is the thing. He's got quite the head.
Now, granted, he could still be skinny, just have a giant head, but still, I mean, when all we have is the face, it's not a good look to be making fun of me, and then boom, you know?
Yeah. No, that's all very fair, Robbie. All very fair indeed. Well done. Now, the toe this week, I don't have clips, but the toe is kind of responsible for the clips that we do have. So we've got to give a shout out, first of all, to the toe for giving us a shout out. Or me in particular. Didn't seem to mention you, Robbie. It was more specifically about me. But Aaron caught the pest clip of me calling Karl a simp and just going over all the times Karl needlessly says that a woman deserved to be bitten and strangled. We went over all that. Now, obviously, Aaron, he caught the fact that I, stuck up for him for a brief moment where I said, to be fair to Aaron, we only have Ashley LaRue, blah, blah, blah. But Aaron took it as it was a full-on Karl should be going after Cumia the same way he goes after Aaron, which was not the point at all. And I have to ask the question, Robbie, what have we been criticizing Karl for across the last month or so?
Sanctimoniousness, the double standards, the fact that he has a terrible background compared to mine. That'll be something.
That is a big focus of yours.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dabbleverse Live has been a focus here. I think that's
the main focus,
been my biggest beef.
Yeah.
Is Dabbleverse Live.
We all have our different beefs, backgrounds, Dabbleverse.
Yeah. But Dabbleverse Live, very poorly researched. They sort of don't know what the fuck they're talking about when they run their mouths, etc., etc. So Karl heard Aaron talking about that, and that got Karl finally talking about me this week. So we're going to get to that. But first of all, Aaron did have some quite kind words to say about me this week. And I just wanted to say, Aaron, I heard you. I feel you, brother. We're all still good around here, all right? Don't take Karl's bullshit worded for anything. All right? We're cool. We're cool. We're boys. All right, I'm fucked around long enough. Let's get to the meat of the matter. I don't really have anything, Aaron, to talk about, and you'll never have anything, Aaron, to talk about. So I'm just wasting time.
Well, that
And
was an
I,
unneeded shot at me. What the fuck was
Anyway.
that?
I've put together a little intro for our Karl segment now.
Oh.
So here we go.
Listen, I don't promote domestic violence, but if there's anyone's ever had it coming, I do enjoy touching children
Yes,
inappropriately. I'm gay, Dad, all right? Just get over it.
Yankees hat. It makes no sense. And isn't he from Boston too? It's like it's all so like Red Sox, red Yankees hat. It doesn't make any sense. Go on. Sorry.
Good point, Robbie. We should focus more on that. I just realized something. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that's right. So this is their banter segment. And I just found this quite amusing because it was ironic to me because of the next segment they immediately go into. But this is them talking about Jim Norton and Anthony Cumia's new show together.
Is on there here and there is like a semi-regular guest. So
She
like
was on with Jim and Sam, yeah.
yeah, like her fitting in with them isn't what I'm even talking about. It's just weird that it's like, all right, Anthony and Jim finally together. What are they going to? Oh, Karen's here. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It just seems
No-
like a weird
No
choice.
guess would be ideal.
No, but like,
Or you can bring in Colin Quinn or Bob Kelly or someone.
yeah, those
Yeah.
would be the kind of acceptable. I mean,
Right.
open.
So I hope Kumia and Jimmy are listening to Mike and Karl's notes. But it's just funny. It just seems to be exactly what they're about to talk about with people criticizing Dabbleverse Live. Straight out the gate, first episode. It's just amusing to me that they're giving Kumia and Norton all these pointers after one episode. Didn't seem like the right guest to me. Wasn't the person I would have had on, wouldn't you? Yeah, interesting. Anyway, that was just that side topic. Well, we have another person has joined us, and it's been a while, and I'm very, very happy to see this man again because he's fucking impressively like even more angry lately. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he has, and it's great to have him back.
I love Panhandler. I think he's great. Don't you say anything bad about him.
Welcome back, mate.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
Hey, Dina, I'm having some internet issues. There's some storms here. I'm very scared. So if you got to kick me if it starts like freezing up or whatever, I don't know what's going on. Charlotte's a scary place. So just a heads up. Nothing will be missed, by the way, if you do. But
no worries. Unless it's actually causing some sort of annoying issue. It's no issue to me.
All right, just letting you know up front.
All good. Fuck, what was it? I was going to fucking say. Oh, yeah. I saw you on back on Shmuel the other day, obviously, which is great to see you back. You two together is one of my favorite things in YouTube streaming. But you were talking about how frustrated you are. You're mad at, I guess everyone's mad at Flimsy for this Dabble dashboard. So I thought I'd give you an opportunity to come on here and talk about something different because you seem to be pretty angry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really angry at Flimsy, but I mean, Flimsy knows Kevin or the MLC, at least the rendition on YouTube as well as I do. And it's just going to be Kevin I said it on Shmuel. It's just going to be the next year of MLC is going to be, every episode going to the Dabble dashboard and seeing where he is and who he's beating. And if somebody's beating him, he's going to shit on them. If he's beating everybody else, he's going to shit. It's just, even last night I was like, we got to stop this madness, but it won't. I mean, I say it all the time. Kevin hates his audience, so he's going to do exactly the opposite of what we want. So that's why we all love Kevin.
Yes, we do. Look, it's wild. It's crazy. I've been avoiding so much of it because I'm sick of hearing people talk about money and all that. But speaking of money, I nearly fucking let this slide by. NJ Ranger 201. Have you considered? Oh, thanks for the 2. Have you considered that Karl equals dork and smile talker? You know what, NJ? You fucking might be right about that. You might be right. Now, Panhandler, I know you've always had strong opinions on Karl.
Yeah, I think they're pretty clear.
Yeah. So I was keen to have you here today because I thought, no NJ, it would be great to have Panhandler to just watch some Karl and get angry while I push my own little agenda here. So we'll continue on with Dabbleverse Live. They address the continued criticism that comes up of Dabbleverse Live never seem to address my criticism of Dabbleverse Live. But Patrick Melton was talking about how Doom is now the producer of Dabbleverse Live, and the fellas are going to address that right out the gate.
Response to Patrick Melton on this. What maybe he doesn't realize is that Mike and I were looking for producers at the exact time that Doom's like, I could be producing this show. And I'm like, cool. Please do.
Good enough.
Yes. Because I'll tell you this. Mike is, obviously admitted he's not as into the Dabbleverse as a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I don't know everything that's going on, obviously, in the underbelly of the Dabbleverse. I'm not, paying attention to all that stuff. Nobody can.
Yeah.
And when we did Who Are These Socials together, we had that great channel in the Discord. And all
right, so he's about to say the thing that everyone said when they created Dabbleverse Live is that, hey, these cunts are just trying to milk the Dabbleverse for more dollars. They're Who Are These Socials thing, they ain't working. So they're just trying to milk the Dabbleverse for dollars. He's literally about to flat out say it.
that great channel in the Discord. And I would go through that thing and get all these clips, and we could look at what's going on in social media. People were producing the show for me. It was fantastic. Record Lover and a bunch of other people. And then we started this show, and that all went away. And I went, oh, I don't want to have to pull all the clips.
We also had literally everything in the world to choose from.
True.
Again, Mike, Karl, nobody asked for this. Nobody. Not a single person was going, you know what, we need Karl and Mike to cover the Dabbleverse. No, you guys chose to do this, and now you don't want to put in the work. Like, Karl pulls his own clips for WATP. Why not this show? Why aren't you putting in the same effort for it? And why you keep running your mouth and not know what the fuck you're talking about on every show? Because you just want to click go live, pull up some clips, and hopefully the money rolls in. Am I right, Panhandler?
Yeah, I've said this before too. I don't even really hate watch Karl, so I don't know too much about it. Like, obviously, I know the criticism that Dabbleverse Live was supposed to be, or my interpretation was like others, that they'd be covering some of the smaller shows, and it didn't turn out to be that way. Obviously, I think too, the Doom being a producer with Patrick is a little tongue in cheek. I think that's kind of their bit. So I don't know enough. Like, obviously, we can all shit on Karl, but WATP is a successful channel. He knows what he's doing. He seems to have, he gets over 1,000 or 800,000 views almost every show from, if it just shows up in my YouTube and I can see, the views, or if it's live, like how many viewers they have. So it's hard to criticize. He does have a fan base, just like Shuley has a fan base too. There's just doesn't seem, in my opinion, and I could be wrong because I don't watch the shows, they're kind of outliers. Like where Kevin and NLO and Rocco, there is some obvious crossover. You do see the same people in kind of those quote unquote bigger shows. With Karl and the TSN, I don't see it as much. And again, it could just be my ignorance because I'm not familiar enough with their shows.
No, it's a great point you make, because this little piggy, when it's on WATP's channel, nobody has a membership. Like, nobody in the chat is a member of the channel. Whereas, on a WATP Wednesday, obviously, there's going to be fucking members left, right, and center. Karl's WATP audience doesn't like the steel toe shit. They're not interested in it, and they're not interested in Dabbleverse Live either. Like, I hear the callers calling into his voicemail. Like, he'll play them, and people are like, "Fuck this Dabbleverse Live shit." Like, his audience doesn't like it. Supposedly, the people it's targeted to don't like it. It's one of the it's one of the weirder decisions and little projects that these guys, and they won't stop complaining about how much, oh God, I don't want to pull all these clips, and I don't know anything about any of these people, and everyone keeps complaining about it. All right, nobody asked for it. Move on, do something else. Like, what do you want from us?
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't think there's anything wrong with doing, like, say, like the summer's kind of usually slower, people out with their families, vacations, this, that, the other thing, like doing a shorter run 6-week, 8-week concept show and then move on for it. Like, it doesn't have to be forever. I generally think that's kind of a good idea to have something different. And I don't want to really compliment Karl, but it's not a bad idea for him to try and get more of his fans into the Dabbleverse, or more of Dabbleverse fans into WATP. Like, if that was the kind of the genesis of it, it kind of would make sense to me. Obviously, it doesn't seem super successful, but it doesn't seem like an utter failure either from like a 500-foot level.
No, and that's the thing. Honestly, I liked the concept in the beginning, and I thought it would be more of let's introduce Mike to the Dabbleverse, because Mike only does Steel Toe and Stuttering John. So it would be an opportunity for him to explore all these characters that he's not aware of. The problem is, though, there needs to be someone who, like, leading him who knows what the fuck they're talking about. You've got the fucking retarded leading the blind, you know? It's just, yeah, it's pointless to me, I think, because he's giving Mike all these wrong pieces of information and then they're just running with it. But, you know what I mean? That's been my criticism week after week. Every week I listen to Dabbleverse Live and I go, here we go. Here's another clip of Karl not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. And so, yeah, it's apparent here in his explanation of just like, they don't want to put in the work to actually learn about the Dabbleverse. They just want it spoon-fed to them. And, you know, they'll get their fucking 1,000, 1,500 viewers at a time. And they'll get their super chats and good on them. But I'm going to continue to fucking criticize the fuck out of it.
Yeah, to your point, it may be a good idea to, and far be it from me to give anybody podcasting advice, but if they did have like a third mic who's kind of a dork, like NJ Ranger or somebody, you know, or you know, I don't want to say me, but somebody who really, like, unfortunately knows a lot about this shit. Like, that's not a flex to be like well immersed in it. That's kind of a probably a symptom of a mental defect, that if you know a lot about this stuff, but it wouldn't be a bad idea just to have a guy that knows what's going on, or girl.
And this is the thing, like, it's not actually that hard. Like, I don't watch that many different things in the Dabbleverse, but if you're following along on Twitter and, you know, you check out some of the clips, you know, you tune into a Clown Town or a BYB or whatever, they're going to be talking about the main shit. Like, it's not that hard to keep up to date. You don't have to be across everything, but you can have the general gist of
right.
it.
Yeah, it's not physics. Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. You don't have to be super smart to follow what's going on. It's basically, like we all say, either wrestling or a male soap opera, or a male dominated soap opera anyway.
Yes. Ruru Rara. I assume you're talking about Dabbleverse Live. That show feels like an old Yeller situation. I don't think anyone would cry about that, though, would they? I don't know.
But I just wonder if it's just we're so skewed, since a lot of us don't like Karl, right? Because I do think it's a good concept. And I think my obstinance and dislike for Karl makes me not watch it. You know, like, I'm not really, if I'm being totally honest, I'm not giving it a chance.
I mean, I don't dislike Karl. And I've been a big fan of WATP for years. But yeah, there's certain things I think in the last year or two, Karl's got pretty full of himself and's gotten a little bit lazier and lazier with how he goes about it. And it shows. And I'm calling it out. Like, you know, I was listening to Shmuel talk about the other day. Oh, no one ever tries to bully the bigger shows and all that. And it's like, all right, well, it's pretty hard when, you know, you've got a tiny audience, but I'm trying, Shmuel. I'm trying my best out here. All right, there's a bit left in this clip. Let's see what else they got.
Talk, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the fuck, and like find different things. And if the people we usually talked about weren't interesting me, I would just find other ones. Whereas now there's like a couple shows that and there's clips that Doom has found multiple weeks that have like really made me laugh, and I've been very interested in, that I never would have seen if they didn't send it.
I didn't know Granny got his ass kicked by his dad. I wouldn't have known that.
Right, that's a perfect example. Yeah, that made me laugh my ass off, that segment. Right. And they never would have gotten to my desk.
I think that the Clippers have a.
So that's because Doom became their producer. That Doom suggested it, but it's like these are all clips on clip channels. You know, like. Doom's pushing Doom's agenda, as Doom will do, but who's not going to? You know, like, that's how it's going to be. But it's just, these guys are complaining about this thing that they created for themselves. It's like, don't complain to me that it's harder to find content or whatever. It was your idea. You came up with the show. It's very weird that they keep doing this every week. They keep addressing the fact that basically they hate doing Dabbleverse Live, but they know it gets more viewers and more money than who of these socials did. So soldier on with it.
Yeah. Again, I don't watch enough. Like, are they really complaining, or they just don't like Carl's getting finally sick of the criticism? Like if it was me, I'd be like, fuck you, Doom. I'm going to do what I want to do, or fuck you, Panhandler. This is my show. Start your own show if you don't like my show. Like, I don't understand what he's upset about. I mean, you do a show, you get plenty of criticism. All you idiots get criticism, and it's fair. Like, we say it all the time. Myself, I'm just a chatter or whatever. You put your fat face on camera, people are going to not like you and say shit, and that's just the way it is, man. Karl knows better, I guess is my point.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, it certainly does seem like he is starting to see and feel the criticism. And we found it, folks. We found the sore spot with Karl. I mean, mainly because Pest clipped it, and so it became more aware. Karl became more aware of it through Steel Toe. But the sore spot is Cumia. And Karl being a simp for Cumia, which, again, anyone that watched that actually paid attention to that. That was the point. But we're going to hear Karl's thoughts on it in a second. This is the first time Karl addressed it on Dabbleverse Live. We got some super chatters out there helping us out, getting the message out, fighting for our cause.
Gets mostly positive. AO1012 says, so that Aussie guy doesn't like you now. Comment?
I mean, firstly, what are we, children? He doesn't like you anymore. I know, well, if Karl keeps fucking going the way he's going, I might not like him anymore. But no, this is not a like-dislike situation. It's just calling out bullshit. That's what I'm doing, calling out bullshit.
No.
Wow.
He had me on his show a few months ago and took me to task over my inconsistencies with the people I hang out with.
Ever since you two couldn't bond.
That was a really good simplification of what that interview was, Karl. But yeah, I did. I challenged you on some of your takes on Rodney's. And at that time, it did come up where I said, are you really proud that you said Danny Brand deserved it, or if anyone ever had it coming? And he doubled down on it. And again, this week, because I made him do it again, he's been doubling down again this week on that whole statement. But let's let him finish his little rant here.
Over what a bad guy I am. It was all downhill from there.
I honestly, I don't get this whole moral policing thing that people do in the Dabbleverse. I make fun of Aaron because Aaron can't admit to the fact that he's a piece of shit. So he's sitting there acting like he's better than all of us. Meanwhile, he's got this rap sheet and all this shit that he's done. Anthony Cumia has gone on many times and been like, yeah, I did a thing that I shouldn't have done, and I did this thing, and just admits to it. It's very different.
Oh, is that what he wanted to question you on? Saying you're harder on Aaron than you are on Cumia?
Yeah, dude, it's so boring. It's like, there's other things to talk about, I would imagine.
Oh, damn it. I didn't play the edited version. Fuck. Hang on a second. I don't want my fucking time to go to waste. Give me a second. And then I'll comment on that.
It's a pro show.
This is a pro show.
As we criticize Karl.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, you're joking. All right, at the end there, it was supposed to. Here, I'll just play this.
Miss strike three. Topes lose.
So that would have been great if at the very end, when Karl had said it's boring.
Swung on and missed strike three. Topes lose.
Anyway, what a waste of time. What a fucking swing and a miss, though. Seriously, his takeaway from that was that I think he should go after Cumia, and that I'm moral policing. I was calling you a fucking simp for saying shit that you didn't need to say to protect fucking Anthony Cumia. That was the point. Shit show, thanks for 2. Check it out, USA Pod Sundays at 9:30. You're supposed to do that elsewhere, shit show. You've got that wrong.
He's
supposed to do that on other shows. We're here now. Fucking hell. What was my point? Yeah. So Karl's takeaway is that I think he should be going after Cumia. and not the point that I was making is if you're going to call Flimsy a simp for arguing with KB, this is simp behavior. I was pointing out simp behavior.
And also, Flimsy knows there's no arguing with Kevin. At some point, you're just like, "You're right, man. Let's move on." Like, I don't think it's simping. He's just like, Kevin did catch Flimsy off guard. He's doing whatever he's doing in real life, and Flimsy was shocked by. I think he said, like, "You're having the total opposite reaction of what I thought you would." And then I thought Flimsy defended himself, and at the end, he's like, "All right, Kevin, you win."
I thought it was funny that he kept trying to plug double tip.
Yeah, even at the end, he's like, "So where are we at with the Dow? When are you going to sign up or whatever he said?" Yeah, so
yeah, and he was pushing back at Kevin. That was just the fucking the bait that I needed to run my Karl's Stimp segment. So we're going to go to this little piggy. And because obviously these guys are the steel toe experts, right? And Aaron, they played a clip of Aaron talking about watching the pest clip of me ripping into Karl. And so this is Melton's going to cook now. Now that he's heard Aaron's take on it.
Before. So that's what Karl does all day long. You
see this? You see this argument from people in the Dabbleverse a lot, where they go like, "Why doesn't Karl cover this?" or "Why doesn't Melton cover this?" They have a personal bias. They have some interest or obsession, and they wonder why you don't see what they see. I'm not under the delusion that these guys couldn't make fun of me. Like, what world are we in? Of course they could. It'd be.
Wow, Patrick. That'd be great if that's what I was doing. Nobody wants to see Karl cover Cumia. What would it be? See how funny that was? You're the best, Cumia. You're the greatest. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to listen to Karl lick Cumia's balls for an hour. Nobody's asking for Karl to do a show on Cumia. You notice I'm not shit-talking Cumia? Because that's not my issue here. My point was that Karl sounds disingenuous and like a fraud if you're going to, on one hand, say Danny Brand had it coming, and on the other hand, say Aaron Imholt fucking headbutted April. It's like, well, one pled guilty to and admitted to the crime. The other one, well, it's still conjecture. It's text messages. It's this and that. That was my point, Karl, not that why aren't you trashing Cumia? I don't think Cumia would have ever asked for Karl to say, hang on.
Listen, I don't promote domestic violence, but if there's anyone who's ever had it coming, I do enjoy.
Do you think Cumia wants you to say that, Karl? Do you think that helps him? Do you think that's good for him? In fact, Cumia, if you're a friend, Karl, you'd probably contact him and go, hey, dude, how about you stop saying she deserved it? I don't need you to say that. You just sound like a fucking idiot. And you sound really fucking like a fraud. Like maybe pull back on that. But no, Karl's going to double down on it again here and now. Anyone got any thoughts while I pull the next clip?
I just think Karl has no clue like how to be edgy, and that's him trying to be edgy. I can't imagine he actually believes that she had to come in or she deserved or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's not true. And that's just him I think that's him just trying to be edgy, and it just fell very, very flat.
Well, it's how many times he's repeated it, though.
Yeah, no, he said it a couple times.
And the worst part is, it's not even that it's like he says that. It's also, he makes it sound like Kumi is the victim. Like, Karl's never shown any sign of saying Kumi was fucking, that was a rough time. He had a bad night, not his best night, Like, what kind of a savage bites someone, by the way? Cumia loves to call black people savages. Biting. Come on. A bite, that's pretty savage. Anyway, this is where it really bothered me. Moody used to watch this show. So when I heard Moody say this was very, very disappointing, Moody.
Wait, are we going to
slug? But it's the same thing as when.
Did you say something, Ruby?
Yeah, I did.
What?
just let me know if or when we turn on Moody, because I've never really liked him that much.
Calm down, Robbie. I'll let you know. Not just yet, but this bothered.
People come in here and they're like, "You're doing a show about Aaron. Why don't you make it about Rekieta? He's way worse than Aaron." Because Rekieta's boring and we don't find him interesting. Like, Aaron's the guy. He's who we're focused on. This isn't a find the worst guy on the internet show. So we're...
Wow. Moody, I thought Moody was like, super intelligent. And again, Moody used to watch this show. Is this fucking running your mouth about shit you don't know what the fuck you're talking about contagious? You guys catching this off, Karl, Melton, and Moody? As if I said any of that, Moody. As if I said, why are you covering Aaron? You could be covering Kumia. That is fucking retarded. What the fuck would I say that? No, I was pointing out the clear flaws in an argument that Karl and his buddies are making based on shit that he said himself. That's the point, fellas. I'm pointing to how much of a fraud Karl is. Oh boy. Now, when do I do it? Well, what order do I go now? I should have done it solo today because I'm actually not even, I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks right now. Where do we go? All right, yeah, let's let Karl explain himself one more time. So this is his second chance. So he's done it on Dabbleverse Live. Now on this little piggy is his second chance to explain his thoughts on what I did with the Kumia thing.
I'll just say this. I totally agree with everything you're saying, Patrick. But the other side of this, that I don't know what Dean's saying. I haven't seen it, but I'm hearing this, third hand like this.
What? Karl. If you had any fucking clue what you were talking about, you'd understand how hilarious it is. My biggest criticism of you lately is that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you're going to sit here and say, I don't know what Dean said, but I'm going to go on and talk about it anyway. Like, what a fucking dope. Like, this is fucking amazing. I haven't watched it, but here's my thoughts on it. You fucking moron. But go, cook, Karl.
So Anthony Cumia has come out and said, I did this thing. I shouldn't have done it. I pled guilty to it. I did my time for it, served his time, did all this stuff. Whereas Aaron denies everything that's out in court documents about what he did with April and, the wife before that. And Stuttering John denies any wrongdoing. He didn't pay child support for 9 months.
Where did Stuttering John come from? What did he have to do with this? Maybe Karl did watch it because I did mention Stuttering John in the privacy thing. We'll get back to that in a minute.
So that's the thing that I criticize. As soon as someone fesses up, they've taken the power away from me. I'm like, okay.
One of these guys is back to doing what he was doing before all this.
Right.
One of them has transformed magnificently.
Right. I'm good friends with Missy B, who lives with Anthony. Seems like he's not beating up every woman that he hangs out with. It seems like it's fine.
Didn't Cumia go to rehab as well?
He did. Yeah, he had to go to rehab.
Like, it's like you believe in the rehabilitation as a thing. For Aaron, it's like he's been through the justice system. He's gone to jail. He was talking about all these people that need the system to help them. When someone tries to do that, he's like, no, they don't. That can't.
By the way, what they do with that?
Anyway, maybe I'll let that run too long. So Karl's take again is, well, I don't go after Cumia because he fessed up to it. Blah, blah, blah. Great, Karl, great. So why do you keep saying a woman deserved it for no reason? Other than you need to be right or you're not going to be the moral police? I don't know. It's very weird, but I wasn't moral policing. And do you know why Aaron's name came up at all? Wasn't really even the plan. You want to talk about moral policing? That's where it all came from. The only reason Aaron's name came up, and let's go back to a clip from the other day. This one here. This is where Aaron's name came up.
Still happened. You could have been a comedian and also gotten booed off the stage. That, for me, would be the better case scenario than this. Because if you believe in these crimes and in this police report, then there are victims whose names you are using and weaponizing to hurt someone and to get an own on your supposed enemies. And that's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he really cares about Danny Brand. I could tell when he was reading this that was.
This right here sounds like some moral policing to me. Moral policing of Stuttering John. That's why Steel Toe's name came up, because I said, don't you use April and Kayla Ricada as weapons against your enemy in this this thing that Adam Bush is so offended by with Stuttering John reading the court documents? It's a clear, obvious contradiction. What do you, hypocrisy, fucking double standard, what inconsistency. That's why Steel Toe's name came up, because you were moral policing. You two dopes. Adam Bush ain't a dope, but Karl's a dope.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of wild. I think we've all been in this universe long enough that it's always been tribal, and it seems to be getting more and more tribal. Myself, very guilty of this as well. And we use the argument when it fits, or we use the quote unquote facts or points when it fits our argument. So this is my main problem with this universe, or one of them, is nobody ever can admit when they're wrong or when the other side has a point, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you gotta always be, what's the phrase we're all using now, is the smartest guy in the room, and I'm right no matter what, and you're just gonna stand on it. And it does get boring. It does get okay. How is everybody right about everything? That's not possible, but that's where we are. There's not a lot of real truth telling in this world.
No, and also the other thing, so these guys are supposedly the Steel Toe experts. They do this little piggy, they know everything about Aaron Imholt. They based their criticism of our Karl's a Simp segment on Aaron Imholt's description of the segment. Now imagine the three experts in fucking Aaron Imholt taking Aaron Imholt's word on something. Like, how fucking stupid. Like, Aaron's full of shit all the time except in this moment where he's talking about me. It's very wild that it seems like people only believe Aaron when he talks about me. Everything else is a lie except when he talks about me. NJ Ranger 201. Thanks for the 2. We shouldn't release the Jeff Epps stuff because victims. Yeah, exactly. Great point. So fuck, what was this clip? Oh, yeah. So now we get to the point here where Karl had said, if anyone ever had it coming, Danny Brand, she deserved it. We get to the point where Moody actually asked the question. Well, did you say that, Karl?
Said that?
What I said was, Danny Brand wanted that reaction out of Anthony and got it. She was live streaming it from his living room.
Sorry, hang on a second. The lovely and beautiful Lady KB has just dropped 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, KB. That's very sweet. You can't afford that, so don't do that again. Anyway. I'm kidding. Yeah, so let's let's let Karl again double down, triple down. I don't know how many downs it is now for Karl, but he's committed to this. Again, just like nobody asked for Dabbleverse Live, nobody asked you to keep saying this, Karl. Nobody did, but every time you do, I'm going to highlight it. This is wild. He's so committed to this.
Live streaming it from his living room. She wanted that to happen. She was antagonizing him to a point where he finally gave in and did what she wanted him to do.
I think it's disgusting and unacceptable. Don't hit people, bite people.
Right, of course.
Like, that's where I'm at with it.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Should no one ever talk to the guy again? Probably not. I think he knows he fucked up.
Yeah.
No one stands by it or endorses it. Don't bite people, Ant. We're not.
Well, that's kind of the point here. Pat, like, you agree with me. You agree with me. Yeah, don't do that. That's not okay. Never okay. Why does Karl keep saying it's okay? He keeps doing it needlessly. And I'm the fucking idiot? Why am I the fucking idiot here? That I keep pointing out that this guy is addicted saying that Danny Brand deserved it when nobody, I don't think even Cumia would say that. And again, notice I'm not going after Cumia in any way. I'm not asking anyone else to. I believe he's answered for his crime. Karl is not accepting it. Is the problem here? You got any thoughts, Robbie?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I hate it when you do that. It puts me in a pickle.
Good stuff, Robbie.
Thanks.
Maybe you could try eating a pickle.
No, I've had enough food today.
Funniest thing you said in a while. How many pounds are you down now, Robbie?
60.
That's good, man. Why do you say it's so depressed? That's a big deal.
Because it's the same as last week.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to plateau. It's still a shit ton of weight.
Yeah. But no, he should be very proud of himself. He's doing well. He's committed.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
He's keeping it up.
Cautiously optimistic.
G'day, Uncle Hank. Tell you, Hank, thanks for being a member for 4 months. Laundry day pan, no headbands?
No, headbands are a Saturday exclusive.
Very good. This is just a quick little clip. Again, Moody's just going to kind of point out that he agrees with me too.
Two things can be true. She can deserve it, and he shouldn't do that.
Correct. Agreed. We all agree on that.
Wild. Deserving's I've never used those.
Shut up. You know what you deserve.
So Moody's uncomfortable with deserving as well. So kind of with me there, Moody. Kind of a fucking crazy thing to say for no reason. Yeah, you're with me. So now I do want to just.
I feel like Melton was kind of stealing Bill Burr's bit there when he said two things. You can both. It can be deserved to hit somebody, but it doesn't mean you should do it. Wasn't there a whole
well, I think it's more the Chris Rock bit. Like, I'd never hit a woman, but I understand.
Bill Burr's got the there's no excuse for hitting a woman, but there's plenty of fucking reasons.
Yeah, but Chris Rock said it first. Like, Chris Rock said it. Yeah.
Oh, that shows.
Yeah, look,
I mean, not
don't
exactly
have
like that, but it was the same kind
I
of
don't
structure.
have the dates on the situation, but I do remember Bill Burr's, and it's very funny. Very funny bit. So I want to go back to this clip that we played last week, and I made the mistake. I didn't zoom. I didn't do the Melton zoom on Adam Bush. So this time I've done it. And just, Karl, look at the people around you, like what Melton said to you there, what Moody said to you there. And this was back just after the Rodney's gig. Karl goes reaching out to Mersh for help. Let's just check out Adam Bush here while Karl talks and Mersh talks.
The fact that I was sticking up for Anthony Cumia in this domestic violence case by saying that while domestic violence is always a bad thing and you should never hit a woman or physically abuse a woman, Danny Brand was asking for it. Well, and you have to look at the fact that Danny Brand was antagonizing him over and over again, trying to get the reaction that she got, finally got it, filmed the aftermath, posted it all online, couldn't wait for all of that to happen. And so they're continuing to be like, for shame that Karl would say such a horrendous thing. And they bring this up to Mersh, who doesn't like me and doesn't like Anthony Cumia.
Okay, can I clarify that?
Please.
Again, not a Karl fan. If you want a moral F slur all you want, JMO, Danny Brand absolutely deserved it. Go watch those Periscope videos. She's her habitual button pusher. All right. Some people stop being victims and start to veer into deserve it territory, like Scarlett Hampton, who's back with Ralph today. So it's like anything that happens to her, are we really going to sit around and go, oh no, that poor victim? Sorry.
Good points.
You had 3 chances to fucking get clear of this guy and you didn't.
So one of the things that I like to do on my show called The Creep Off is a little thing we call victim blaming. And sometimes it's appropriate. I know it sounds like a horrific thing.
No, you guys are really good at it.
It sounds like a really bad thing to do, blaming a victim, but sometimes they have it coming. And I'm glad that Mersh, with his recent experience with Scarlett and Ralph, seeing how she just keeps going back to him and hanging out with them, he's just like, yeah, some people set themselves up for a bad thing to happen to them. And then a bad thing happens to them. And it's hard to feel bad for him when that happens. Anyway, I sent Mersh a note thanking him for being real, you know? He's not just always playing the fuck Karl character like some of these people are, like $2 Dan, everything I say is just, oh my gosh, I can't believe anyone would ever say such a thing. Oh, isn't this horrible? Whereas Mercer's like, I don't like Karl at all for this reason, this reason, this reason, but he's kind of right about this. He agrees with me on another thing. I forget what it is. But anyway, not the point. The point is, thanks Mersh for being a real person, not just a clickbaiter.
For the future, bringing up Mersh to back up an argument like that does not hold a lot of water.
No.
Doesn't really help further the argument at all. In fact, it kind of moves it in the other direction. Like, oh shit, this guy.
For sure. Yes. I'm painting myself in a very, very bad light here.
Karl, I thought you respected Adam Bush. How do you not pick up on what Adam Bush is trying to say to you? And then here we are all these months later, you're still fucking doing it. Like, Adam Bush is basically pleading with you here. Like, what? No, dude. Like, this is insane. This is a backwards movement. But Karl, no, didn't hear his buddy Adam Bush. Has not heard me. Well, I'm just one of those rage baiters. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. Young vibes. Aussie's hair reminds me of a dandelion. I mean, I don't really have any hair at the moment.
Yeah, I just
Recently
felt like
shaved.
something that should be brought up. I don't know why.
Thanks, Robbie.
Sorry. You're welcome.
You know, I just realised, A, I've not plugged it, but B, I didn't even put it in the chat. Supertip.gg/USOA. Supertip.gg/USOA. If you feel like donating in that forum. Well, I was going to be on time. Here's a funny sidebar. I was going to be on time, and then I was so prepared. I thought I might try and set up Dabble Tip. And then I ran into some problems, and then I was messaging Flimsy, and then I looked at the time and went, "Oh fuck! Now I'm way behind." So look for Dabble Tip on our next show when we do a stream next. We should hopefully on Dabble Tip, but in the meantime, supertip.gg/USOA. It's not in the chat, unfortunately. Maybe Robbie can.
Yep, got it.
Chuck it in there for me.
Yep, 1 sec.
Where are we going to now?
Not another close up of Adam Bush. My test dropped.
No.
My testosterone dropped 30 points just looking at him do that. What a fucking feminine bitch. Jesus Christ.
He does look like the most stereotypical, like, liberal arts professor at a community college of all time. No offense.
Who would be offended by that?
I would be offended by that if someone said that about me.
Nobody's going to say. They're going to say you look like you ate a liberal arts professor at some community college.
All right, next clip. We go to the point where, all right, so Moody does see the forest. He doesn't just see the trees, you know, the old saying. But this causes a little something in Super Chats coming up later. So let's just go to Moody here.
Put your phone down,
I guess I pissed him off with my comment.
Go on, cook, Robbie. What?
I was trying to do the thing.
Oh, yeah, he's doing this.
What, you're doing Uber Eats?
You're an asshole.
Yes, he is.
I fucked it all up now.
Don't worry, you can add more to the cart. Relax.
Jesus Christ. All right, sorry. Jesus. Panhandler, you're supposed to be here to help the show. You're fucking throwing us off course.
My bad.
I'm kidding.
God damn it, how did I spell it wrong? Can someone help me here? Now I'm just completely flustered.
Oh, seriously? What are you struggling with, Robbie?
Is it
Well, let's work through this together.
HTTPS colon and then to the slash thingamajigger supertip.gg/USOA.
Correct.
Then why would it go say I spelled it wrong?
I don't know. Where did you post it? Oh, there it is.
Chat. Fuck you, Echo.
I mean, I'll pin it. We'll see if it works. We'll see if anyone donates. Anyway, way off course. Yeah, Moody picking up on something here.
Tips him. I guess I pissed him off with my comments on the Dabble Tip. I thought I made it very clear. I was having fun. And I told him, you should tell me to go fuck myself. And I think even Aussie guy on Twitter was like, tell him to go fuck himself, Flimsy. A reference to what I was saying.
Fucking hell, Dean, you got it. Dean, keep stay on target. You're almost. Holy shit.
So that produces something from a super chat. That has a super chatter that does listen to our show, and they were anonymous. Super tipper, sorry. They were anonymous. So if they want to show their hand, if they are viewing us here today, let us know who you were, if it was you or whoever it was. Anyway, point being here, Moody knows that we've said on this show a couple of times, I've said, hey, Aaron, I'd fucking do a Wednesday night show with you, co-host with you. We'll hit the goal. You know, I'll do it earnestly. I won't try and fuck with you, blah, blah, blah. I said that a couple of times on the show. Moody's relayed that on TLP. And Karl, for some reason, thought that meant I was in DMs with Aaron begging to be his co-host and saying I could help him with the show. You know, it's just a false piece of information that Karl spread. And so a super chatter heard that. And a super tipper, actually, heard that. And so our next clip is where it gets kind of annoying for me, actually.
Now Moody is repeating Karl's made-up lie. That's why people say you always agree with each other. Dean has said multiple times he never contacted Aaron to become his co-host. Emergency show incoming.
What happened?
Man, it really got Melton, whatever it was.
I'm not sure what just happened.
Great, Karl, great. Remember the main criticism I've had? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And when you do say dumb shit and bullshit, you don't even remember that you said it. Some fake bullshit. So, yeah, Moody, I don't think, knows that Karl said what he said. So Moody just knows what I've been doing, which is just publicly being the same as I've always been. But Aaron's starting to see me go after people like Karl for being a dumb shit and the Shuley Network, etc. And he's like, oh, this guy does think for himself. That's what's actually going on here. It's not me sucking up to Steel Toe and trying to be buddy-buddy with Steel Toe. What it is credibility, consistency. I maintain the same level through this. I'm against hitting women. So, yeah, Karl, you've hit a spot that I've been big on. Like I've stuck up for Kiki about it. Shit like that. Like it's one of my things. One of the things I care about. I'm consistent with it. This has been the whole point, Karl, of all of this. Is you're not consistent. You're back and forth. It's, oh, but this person's a piece of shit. But no, this person, they owned up to what they did wrong. And okay, I have just a line that I have for everyone. It's like, if you cross that line, you seem like a piece of shit to me. I don't know, Panhandler. Do you feel you know, we talked about Karl being a simp. You call yourself a KB simp. Do you feel like you bend it to you know, protect KB where you need to? Or do you try and stay consistent?
I try and stay consistent. I mean, I know everybody calls me an MLC ball washer, this, that, the other thing. That's fine. But I openly admit I like MLC, and I like, as much as a person can, like Kevin. So yeah, but I also, if you ever seen me on the show, I press Kevin and I disagree with him. And I've tried for the last 2 weeks to get him to open his mind to, you know, flimsy tips and everything else. So I do think, again, I'm biased. I do think I disagree with Kevin more than a lot of these guys disagree with each other. And I could be wrong because I'm only seeing it through my lens, and we're all kind of biased about that. You know, this, when we see ourselves, people see ourselves or see us differently than we see ourselves, obviously. But no, I think I'm pretty consistent overall with my stances on everything. I mean, I think where we get in trouble in the collective we, another thing we love to say around here, it is okay to change your mind or be wrong about something or change your opinion, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dean, you and I have gotten plenty of arguments, and I'll still come on your show. We'll still chat in DMs or whatever. Like, it's not that personal for me with a lot of people. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's where these guys have trouble. Like, if one of these guys agreed with Kevin, I don't think they'd ever admit it. Like or if Kevin had a good point, because that they cannot seem to break away from the company line. They just can't. And I've said it before, I'm a Kevin fan, but I like Patrick. I think NLO is probably the best overall show in this universe. When Patrick's on and he's feeling well and he's ready to go, it's hard to debate he's not the best at this, in my opinion. The guy does, 6-7 hours by himself. There's rarely a lot of verbal crutches and this, that, the other thing. The way he kind of interacts with the chat and keeps the show on point. Like, he's good at this. It's you can like him you can dislike him for other reasons, but I kind of look at it like, I'm not a big, and this is going to be a wild comparison, but I don't like the Beatles. I never say they suck. You know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. Or I don't like Nirvana. I'm not going to say they suck. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand all the praise these bands get. And it's kind of, but we can't do that here for some reason.
I agree. And it's a great thing you said, like, yeah, you and I have had fucking disagreements about shit, but it's never personal. And again, this isn't personal with Karl. And like the super chat earlier, Aussie guy doesn't like you anymore. I mean, again, if Karl keeps talking about me without having any fucking knowledge of what he's talking about, then yeah, we probably will have a problem. But
It sounds
no,
like,
hey,
I was gonna say, after today's episode, it kind of sounds like you guys have a problem. You have called him a fucking moron multiple times, but
well, haven't I presented a moron?
no, I know.
No.
I'm just saying you keep saying you don't have a problem with him, and I was like, maybe we should all be honest and say you kind of have a problem with him.
Well, I've got a problem with like he's speaking on me. Like, this is multiple times.
That too.
This is multiple times over a few weeks where he's spitting out shit that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about with me. And like, again, Patrick and Moody fucking climbing on board with it of like spreading this fucking false bullshit that I'm trying to make Karl go after Cumia. No, I'm just pointing out him being a fraud and complete double standard and shit like that. Like, it's not that deep, fellas. It's just pointing out the obvious. And what's amazing to me is Karl went ahead and did the thing that I've most been complaining about, and then is go off half-cocked without all the information. It's fucking perfect for me. It's perfect that this is how he handled it. I fucking love it. But for him, if he actually wants to listen to what I'm talking about, I don't dislike Karl. I dislike this lazy approach he's taken lately to shows like Dabbleverse Live, this little piggy. And well, I don't really watch Point Double Point anymore because why would you? John's gone. But yeah, like, it's a lazy approach. You would never have this approach to WATP. Or have you? That's the other thing. It makes me question things. Like, how much shit has he just made up over the years to fill in the blanks? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Anyway, we've got one more super chatter, I think. Stepping up for a little old me.
Well, Strote says Lady K is a narcissist, makes TLP about himself. Hashtag Dean World Order.
Dean World Order. DWO. Who's that? So, what's that fucking username?
Mostrote?
Nice.
I don't know who that is.
Nostrate?
Ostrote?
Shout out. Anyway, thank you very much for that.
I don't even recognize the currency.
Me neither.
Is that what is it?
MX?
Mexican?
I don't know what
Pesos?
is it.
Is it pesos?
I have no idea. It would make sense. MX Mexico. I don't know.
I could ask my good friend Ethan Ralph.
Moroccan dollars? I don't know. Maybe they're from Morocco.
Dean World Order. Listen, I just play what Bubble Popper sends me.
It is a peso. Yeah.
To do with this.
Right on cue, Karl. Just then, what did I just say? With TLP and Doubleverse Live, it's a lazy approach. And someone says Karl makes it all about himself. Hey man, I just play the clips that get sent to me. It's not. I'm not producing the show around here. I'm not putting in any effort. Absolutely wild and crazy. So, in summation, folks, Karl, no, I don't want you to go after Anthony Cumia. I don't want you to even criticize Anthony Cumia. Just stop saying Danny Brown deserved it. It's insane that you keep fucking tripling, quadrupling, whatever down on this. But mostly, just know what the fuck you're talking about when you do a show. Because for someone like me, I've only got 87 people watching right now. Word doesn't spread too far, Carl. When you've got, 1,000 live, 1,500 live, and then thousands watching later, your bullshit gets around the world a lot quicker than my truth. So pull your fucking head in and get your facts straight. Thoughts, Robbie?
Good
I
stuff,
have
buddy.
thoughts, and then when you say thoughts, they all run away like scared little soldiers. And
Huh?
why do you do
Do you
that
want me to go to Panhandler first, and then we
Yeah,
can come
that'd
back
be
to you?
nice. That'd be
All right,
great.
Panhandler thoughts.
I wasn't paying attention. See how easy that is, Robbie? See how easy that is?
No, it's not, because he won't tear your whole ass a new one and then make you cry on stream. He'll do that to me.
I'll show you our DMs. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He's mean.
Yeah,
You're mean too, Panhandler.
I am.
I'm not mean.
No, you're not.
I'm like a giant panda bear that gets torn into a million pieces.
Oh, Robbie.
What was funny though, Panhandler and I did have a beef a couple of weeks ago. It was a very short one. We let our thoughts known in DMs. But what's funny is like a few days later, both of us had obviously calmed down. We were both kind of like, yeah, I know, yeah, and like we didn't even know what we'd been arguing about in the first place. It was pretty funny. I thought.
Well, you kind of won me over. Like your last DM to me was "Go fuck yourself." I'm like, that's fair. Not much to say after that. All right, it's clear and concise. I like it.
Now, Robbie, we are going to jump to some of the stuff that you've put together for this week. But Panhandler, since you're here,
we're not saving that for an evening show, because now I'll be all out of. I want to know what we're doing here.
I've got stuff to back us up if we do a late night show.
So is this when we talk about my torn asshole, or
fucking?
You can say
that's a
that
tease, folks. That's a tease. I actually wanted to chat to Panhandler for a minute and just a little bit of Dabbleman stuff. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to be entertaining, you know.
No, it's great. It's great. I just didn't want you to shoot your wad on letting everyone know that's the story that was coming. Because I don't think anyone's going to want to hear from Panhandler now. And any of the questions they want to ask Panhandler.
They never do.
I wasn't trying to bogart the situation. Bogart. Is it Bogart or Bogart? Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yeah. Good question. Good question. All right, Robbie. Let's talk about your torn asshole.
Whereas Justin said you literally blew out your asshole. Yeah. The word to the, or warning to the. Anyway, so you can get really backed up on GLP-1s if you're not careful, because they make you tired. So like Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, I just sleep a lot. And
is this a Randy Marsh situation?
It was more than a Randy Marsh situation, because there was blood in the stool. And so I thought I had cancer. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, no, you just tore your asshole. And that's the words he used too. It was highly unprofessional.
You pretty said anus or sphincter.
No, he said, okay, let's take a look at your butt too. I'm like, he's trying to make me feel at ease, but this is not good. It's making me feel less easy. So now I have to take this crappy shit called Citrusol once a day. I feel like I'm an 85-year-old man. But luckily I dodged a colonoscopy, so that part's great.
We got to wind back. How much blood?
Enough that it was the water was starting to turn red.
Whoa, that's
not turn like there was.
How big was the shit?
No.
That's a big boy. That's a big
like
shit.
8 days since I had pooped.
Have you contacted Guinness World Records?
No, because
how many Turks? How many Turks?
They make you pay to get those certificates. It's a scam.
I'm starting to side with Karl.
I wonder. Please don't pick this up, Clippers. I regret talking about this now.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So you now have. So we spoke a few weeks ago how you got the fucking spear through your cheek.
Oh yeah. That
Entry
was
and exit wound in the same cheek.
In the moment, this was scarier.
Yeah, I think seeing blood in the toilet is.
No, I
is
meant just
pretty
seeing if
scary.
I didn't know if it was going to make it out or not. You know,
Oh, there's that.
see
There's
anything
that
inside.
fucking- grab a hold of something, bite your lip. Who does number 2 work for? Thank you, Connor, over on breaking the super tip seal for today. Is that a no? It's just
Do I get a cut of that? I feel like I should. I feel like I spurred. This.
Let's see what it says first. All right. Thank you very much, Connor, for the $5. Robbie, don't worry about cancer. You'll die from heart disease or sleep apnea way sooner. That's a good point, Connor.
No, sleep
That is
apnea.
solid.
I do a sleep. I have sleep. A sleep machine or whatever. Ah! Sorry, just a second.
Hugsy says, "Poor Robbie, he's crying." Are you crying?
No, I wasn't crying. I was lightheaded from laughing, and then there was a guy watering the flowers, and all of a sudden I see this dude just shooting water next to our backyard, and it freaked me out.
Ray Cohen Esquire is new around here, Robbie. Does he stream from the library? It's his basement.
You could say it's a library of sorts.
Yeah. Thousands of books in that basement.
Tens
in there,
of
Robbie.
thousands.
And thousands of rounds of ammo too. Am I right?
the I don't know if there's more ammo or more books, but it's a close race. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to be in Vegas on the 29th. That week, the weekend of the 29th, but I'm going to that machine gun place. What guns would you recommend I shoot, guys?
M249
Panhandler's
for
good
sure.
for this.
M249.
The what?
M249 saw.
Oh, okay. I got to do the.
And if they have
Thompson
a
M1A1.
piggy too, if they have a 60, that'll be fun too.
I've never shot an M1A1, so I have to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They're wicked heavy. You'll be surprised.
The M1A1.
Chili Roast
The Thompson?
Crispy, HK91 says Hobo.
That's my dad has
Hobo
Tavor.
will know.
Those,
Hobo.
My
Hobo
dad
has
has a
good
Tavor. Those
suggestions.
things are fucking heavy. I don't know how people just walk around all day with a Tavor in
There you go.
Israel.
Astolo Maserati
God.
Squad Auto 5.56.
My all-time favorite.
I'm just guessing these are guns. I don't. Obviously, I'm Australian.
are,
I know
they
nothing
are.
about guns. You know. So I just.
Do they still let you have like the bolt action rifles, or did they get rid of those too in Australia? I wasn't trying to come off as a sarcastic ass. I was a legitimate question after the bonding
Honestly,
situation.
look, you fucking all the shit that they're trying to ban in America, like the semi-auto shit, blah blah blah. I assume we can't get, but anything below that, I believe you can get. But you got to go through a whole bunch of bullshit, prove that you're not fucking crazy, and get licenses and all sorts. So
Even for like a long gun or a shotgun, like a simple 12 gauge or something, it's difficult.
yeah, I think to own it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's a lot to go through.
Which is weird to me because like it seems like every living organism in Australia is trying to kill you. So you would think they would let you have. I mean, just some of those spiders you guys have down there are.
Oh, I know. That's the number one reason why
ridiculous.
I want Ozzy to come here when we meet, not for me to go there. I have pretty bad arachnophobia.
Yeah, look, I get it. The spiders are pretty full on. It's fun. Ironically, the really big ones are the least scary. Like
I
the
know,
fucking
but they're-
redback spider is fucking tiny. You never.
Oh,
fucking
that's its own type of nightmare.
Yeah. And then the snakes. I think spiders and snakes were like 3 of the top 5 most deadly in the world, which is fucking great. But with that being said, haven't seen a lot of snakes in my day. Seen a lot of spiders for sure. Not a lot of snakes. Rover says kangaroos don't fuck around. Kangaroo will beat the fuck out of you for sure.
Don't they run at the cars and not run away from them, or is that a myth when you're driving it?
Well, no, it's just it's like deer. You know what I mean? Like
stupid.
Like they'll decide they're going now, and if you're unlucky enough to be driving past that bit of road,
with the deer though, the lights blind them. I don't know if the kangaroos are the same. So if it's
kangaroos, they
dusk-
jump out. They jump out in front. Kangaroos don't tend to stand in the road and fucking stare
It's
at.
same with deer, but where I'm at, it's because I drive very early in the morning, and they'll just if they're crossing the middle of the road, they'll just stop if the headlights catch them.
Yeah. I'm with you. I did a drive. I was setting up a fucking mine site many years ago, and I had to do this stretch of drive. And the guy that lived more local, he was like, "Yeah, this next section, just fucking drive in the middle of the road." It was late at night. He's like, "Drive in the middle of the road, and keep your eyes fucking peeled for kangaroos. They'll fucking come out everywhere." And I said, "Why the fuck am I leading then, you fuckhead? You drive in front, and I'll follow you. You help me avoid the kangaroos. Why the fuck am I leading the charge?" And he was right. They were fucking everywhere. Every fucking few hundred meters, there'd be another one fucking jumping across the road. So yeah, good times. Yeah, a little bit of fucking Australian knowledge for you all. United States of Australia, as it were, if you will. Now, now that we've talked about Robbie's blown out asshole from his giant constipated shit.
I didn't know you could poop that big. It was...
All right, let's move on, Robbie.
Thanks for fucking killing my segue, Robbie.
Sorry.
I was going to say, speaking of giant constipated shits, you were back on Shmuel Buckman this week.
I was?
Panhandler.
Oh.
Panhandler.
Yeah, it was I don't know. It was when MLC and Patrick were having another dabble tips or leaderboard battle. I'm like, I can't. And Shmuel was live, so I just hopped on with Shmuel. Plus, he had I think bacon bits on, and seemed like he was pulling teeth a little bit. So I wanted to make it even worse by jumping on with Shmuel.
Yeah, the thing about going on with Shmuel is you need to have your own, like, I guess, focus on continuing the show.
Yeah.
You know, like you've got to, you go on with Shmuel Buckman, you're committed to making the show good because he's not. You know what I mean? So it's on you. If you don't want to look like a retard.
I went on there. I should have just brought my own stuff to riff because it's hard to riff off his questions. Now,
it really is.
Back on it.
I think Shmuel just gets so distracted with the chat and running whatever scenes he's got in EV Mux and obviously his audio issues that he's not focused. Like it's tough when one-on-one with Shmuel can be tough because he gets easily like a butterfly, goldfish or something, 30-second memory. It's just, you got to be ready. Everybody knows Shmuel, what he's going to bring. I do think he does have stuff prepared. He just gets so easily off topic.
He can be thrown off course easily. I've been able to do it very well over the years, but I'm finding it harder and harder to get my comments read, Panhandler. It's troubling times. He seems to skip past me a lot.
Is he big timing you?
I think he's big timing me. I think he's.
You can feed me the questions. He always reads mine. So,
of course,
I never see you in chat. And
I know, but the rare times I do, I'll get.
He will read yours. You're right.
Yeah. So just feed me what I need to say, and I'll do it.
Sam Bibley, the butterfly effect with Shmuel Buck. Yeah, one thing I always say about Shmuel is he's so desperate to not get owned by the trolls that he's kind of just getting owned by everyone. Like he's being a big sport with good sport with unbanned Josh Denny fan and who are some of the others? Decline host, yeah. Some of the people known to be quote unquote trolls. He wants to be all buddy with them. Meanwhile, the people that actually like him and are friendly with him are just trolling the fucking shit out of him. I
think the best Shmuel is him solo, though. Him in the chat, to me, is the most entertaining Shmuel. Like, he needs to stop having as many guests because that's the best Shmuel talk. Because it's going to be a disaster with audio, and then the chat takes over and off to the races we go type thing.
Sorry, I got distracted by the Kinky Loco. Who is more cringe when they defend the honor of women, Dean or Shmuel? I think Shmuel's more creepy, and I'm more cringe. I think they're Kinky Loco. Shmuel, what a week he had with DJ Electra. He went from calling out Quad for the pylon and fucking saying that was all craziness, that they're just going after a woman because she's a woman. And then a few days later, he's talking to the 2K puppet and he's going, well, yeah, she's a fucking mess. Clearly she's a fucking mess. I think you're being more savage to her than fucking anyone else was, Schmill. Like, he did a full fucking 180 with overcorrected, I think, as it were, if you will.
Yeah, I was disappointed how he kind of acquiesced to that stupid Muppet thing. He definitely didn't stand his ground. I think he just wanted to eject from the whole conversation, though. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's just I think he doesn't want to cop too much shit. I think when he cops a lot of shit for something, that's when he goes, I need to either convince these people why I'm right, or he goes the overcorrection route where he picks the one thing he's going to stick to. But then he goes, oh yeah, he just basically turns on her and goes, she's a fucking mess. She's fucking crazy. And I don't know how much he's had to do with her, but I think we've all watched that kind of thing spiral out of control over the last, couple of months with her, where she went from just a voice on the Blind Mike Project to all of a sudden being all over these streams and getting in fights with people and seeming to be drunk online a lot. Panhandler, I haven't heard much of your thoughts on the whole Electra situation.
I start off really not liking her. She said some out of pocket shit about me and kind of like my health issues, and I thought she was a nurse. I was like, oh, nice bedside manner, cunt. That was my problem with her at first. And the real legit criticism I had is like when she started coming on as a guest, I guess she thought she was with Blind Mike and she was trying to like produce the show as a guest and do this and that. And it just kind of irked me. But even like with last night with, MLC was very Pat heavy, and we all know Pat and I are BFFs. I don't like when everybody starts, I hate to use the word pile on, but everybody starts jumping on one person. There's no need for me to jump on. So I got she dug her own grave. So I'm not saying any these criticisms are not valid, but it's just like me jumping on now. It's like, what's the point or whatever, It just I just get bored when everybody's attacking just one person. It's just like, all right. So I don't have. I think she's good for the Dabbleverse. I think I'll take the opposite of Rochi, and not just because Rochi's a cocksucker. I think more people should hop on cam, try and see. I'd like to see some of these chatters. Like the end game is for these streams or these shows to be entertaining. So maybe there's somebody out there that will be good. Go ahead and hop on and see, see how you do. See if you like it or whatever. I think that's good. Like, I'm not so much into gatekeeping like Rochi is. Give everybody a shot. Like, I was looking at the leaderboard the other day.
Rochi gatekeeps? How does he gatekeep?
Well, he doesn't, but he calls his show the Gatekeeping Hour, and he's, he's going after streamers that have started recently that he thinks are dog shit, which everyone has their own bit, and that's his bit, and good for him. But I'm with you, Panhandler. Everyone, if you thought about doing a stream, fucking do it.
Right.
Because who gives a fuck?
Right. Like, or just hop on as a guest once in a while if you want and just see if you like it. Yeah. It's something different. Anything different at this point to me is good. And like I was looking at the leaderboard the other day and there was like 42 shows. Like I didn't even know there was 42 shows in the Dabbleverse. So it is crazy the amount, or streams or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just do it. And if it doesn't work out, oh well. Like doesn't cost you anything other than your pride.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've got none of that left.
Buckman was lost because Karl hadn't weighed in yet. Do you know what's funny is Buckman has seemed to be more. Oh, did I miss a super chat? Sorry, Stealth.
It just came up. Sorry.
It just came up. Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah.
Stealth Chaos Lives, thanks for the 200 yen. How was piling on me on MLC, Panhandler?
Well, you're you're an unlikable cunt, Stealth. I mean that was just natural.
That is true, Stealth. You are an unlikable cunt. But I want to encourage you to keep streaming.
Yeah, I think I think
something
should...
different in the Dabbleverse, and I'm all for it. Again, I'm all for everyone, but yeah, keep it up. Stealth, I like it. Mendiggity, six dudes beating up on a girl is a bad look. Schmilk said it, came off incel. That's a good take. Then he backed off and made it into something it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right? Like he overcorrects in the wrong way. Because it wasn't a bad take. 6 feet. Geez, the chat has been moving quite a bit since I stopped on those chats. But it is a solid take of the 6 guys beating up on a chick. But yeah, he picked the wrong thing and went the wrong way. But it is what it is. That is Schmuel. That's why we love him. That's why
And
I,
I
think
also-
it's the.
I also think
one
part
the
of it
top
that he, wants the bigger shows to kind of like him or agree with him, and the Ginger's in good with that whole group. So he just pussed out on the Ginger show. Like I told him this too, so I'm not like shit talking him. We had a phone conversation actually, and I was like, "What are you doing, man? Don't back off of it if you don't believe it." But he did, so that's good old Shmuel. That's why we love him.
We do, but he'll stick to shit that you're like, why are you still fucking on this and still riding with it? Rochi, are we talking about Kim Nicholson and the service she offers? Oh, Joe Biden. I see what you did there, Rochi. I think I got it.
I think he calls Shmuel Joe Biden, right?
Oh, that's right. He does call Shmuel Joe Biden. That's right. Now I forgot about that. I forgot about that. The other thing I want to bring up about Shmuel, it's the Buck Mafia. All right, these Johnny Come Latelys, fucking these people that love puppets, want to go with buck fuckers. I know that's real funny and cute
Edgy
because
stuff.
it sounds like butt fucking, but it was the
you're
Buck
right.
Mafia a long time ago. And let's stick to the Buck. See, Kinky Loco. See this cunt here. You're the part of the problem. Kinky Loco, buck fuckers. It's the Buck Mafia. Final boss says, thank you. It's the fucking Buck Mafia. Yeah, look, you see the children that loves puppets. Buck fuckers for life. Send me the link so I can destroy it. All right. It's on, Kinky Loco, because I've got nothing else prepared for this show. I don't know if Robbie's got anything. Do I follow you on Twitter, Kinky? Do I follow you? I don't even know if I do.
I do. Do you want me to send it to him?
Yeah, send it to Kinky Logo. Kinky Logo can jump on.
What
I don't think I've ever DM'd a Kinky. Oh, he's just kidding.
Oh, all right.
No, just kidding. Can't join.
You big
Oh,
pussy.
and some other time, Kinky Loco. We'll have you on. You can tell me how much of a fucking pearl clutcher I am and a cringe simp or whatever. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Now, Pan, one other thing I wanted to ask. What specifically recently with Pat Dixon has kind of set you off? Because, like, I know you've brought up the thing with PASP with Haley and Pretty Antisocial with Pat, and I agree with you on that, by the way. I don't think Pat destroyed you. I thought you held your own very well against an experienced comedian, et cetera, et cetera. But I thought you guys had kind of got, cool with each other since then. And then you've certainly amped up your anger towards Pat recently. So I was just wondering what really inspired the recent frustration.
I didn't take my own advice. I kind of fell into the trap. Like, he'd been chipping me a while since I've been doing like Saturdays on MLC. And then he was like saying, the whole thing with like, I sent Kevin like a stupid super chat, like saying Saturday is life, or just being like tongue in cheek. And he thought I was like serious and like I'm just living for Kevin or MLC or anything like that. I mean, my life is bad, but it's not that bad. And then he was calling me pathetic and he's saying, what else do I have? I'm like, motherfucker, you don't have a house or a truck or a car. What do you mean, what else do I have? And you're questioning me. And he's just such a condescending prick. We just don't like each other. There's nothing any deep to that. And I was like, okay, well, you have this show and you're going to talk about me, and fine. I put myself on camera. It's open season, right? If you go on these streams. But I just fucking had enough of his bullshit. I was like, all right, I'm on a stream. I'm kind of in a mood. So I might as well just, let him know what I think. And that's that. But it's not going to be, for me, it's not going to be one of these things that goes on and on. Who cares about two 50-year-olds fighting? Like, it is kind of silly, like fighting over the internet, because we're both old men. But I just don't like him. That's all. And he just rubs me the wrong way. His attitude, everything, like he just acts like he's got it all figured out, and it just annoys me. You don't look at your station in life. You don't, and I sure as fuck don't either. But again, it goes back to the self-awareness.
Yeah, Yeah, fair enough. I wasn't sure if there was like a particular thing that set it off that I'd missed, or it's just a general build up.
Yeah, just a general thing that he's been chipping me, and I fell for it. You know, I got got. I got got. You know, so.
Mint Diggity asked for the link and tell them to get fucked when they send it, and he laughed about that. Fuck you, Mint Diggity. All right. It's a rare occasion where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I will send the link. And the fucker. James Balmert joining us on Super Tip. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for the $5. Remember when Panhandler cried because Balmert got a segment on NLO and he didn't?
I did cry. I think that's when I left NLO, really, when that happened, when Balmert got a segment. I was like, all right, I can't be a part of this community anymore. This clown's getting a segment. I'm out. It all worked out now because now I'm, Saturday regular. So,
That's right. In the big time. Rah. Pat doesn't know how he's perceived. Pat says something extra shitty and thinks it's taken as a joke. Then he's shocked when it's reciprocated. Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I've got a good relationship with Pat, and I don't think he said anything shitty about me or anything that I would misinterpret. It's harder for me to say.
I think Rude's talking about, like, one example I can think of is a couple weeks ago. It might have been Chris Mack. I don't know who it was, but Pat missed a milestone chat, and I think Chris Mack just sent like a $2 super chat as a joke, saying, "Hey, are you going to read my milestone chat or not?" And Pat goes off on this diatribe on Chris Mack. Again, I took the super chat as something playful, and he got all indignant about it. And then during that same stream, I think Ryan Landon requested a song or whatever, and Pat's like, "It's $10 now. Can't you fucking read?" Like he's just a dick. Like he doesn't see how he comes off, and maybe he is joking, but it doesn't come off like haha funny. It comes off like you're a motherfucker, and this is why people fucking hate you.
Look, I can see that, and I've witnessed those situations where, like the people doing a song request or blah blah blah, where again, I guess it is just your take on the person, and you're right. Then he doesn't know how it comes across to some people. Because for me, I never look too much into it. But then again, it's not me that he's talking to, so why would I give a fuck? So I get what you're saying. I understand the point.
And I think it'd be a lot better if
Pat can turn on a dime. Dixon can turn on a dime. Mint Diggity says Pat's poor, so it comes off wrong. Look, I know Pat watches this show, so shout out Pat.
I think I said this on Shmoo the other night. He's a miserable fucker, and so am I. But I admit it. You get to a point, you're a man in his life where you look back and be like, man, things didn't pan out. They just didn't. Whatever. And that's not me. That's not just Pat. That's every man. Things just didn't work out. Got divorced, lost a family, lost a job, whatever. Lost your money, lost your house, whatever. And you just kind of move forward. But it does kind of make you a little more cynical and more jaded of your kind of approach or your outlook on life. And that's just aging, right? And he just I think he's in that spot, but he won't admit that's why he's miserable. Things didn't work out. He act like everything's perfect. This is exactly the way I fucking designed it. I wanted to be in a 1-bedroom studio apartment with no car, with no real job, no real anything, but I'm happy as a clam and all these, and I've got everything figured out. You don't, and that's okay. I clearly don't have everything figured out. So he just seems very disingenuous and not honest. And I think that's a real problem with this world too. For me, a streamer or somebody being honest, Kevin's a fucking prick. That's not an act. Kevin is a miserable fucker, and I can relate to that. And that's why I like his show. And it's real to me. Whether he's bitter about Neil or his career or whatever his reasons are, it's not an act. The Misery Loves Company is the perfect name for his show, because that's what it is.
He's a fucking miserable prick.
He really is. It's great. It's so great.
Todd Lecoq, Pan is embarrassed that the Fataday's life wasn't actually a joke.
You're right. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 6 days. That's why I'm on here. I got to kill some time until the next Saturday.
It's better than fucking all these cunts walking around, going around chat saying TSN for life. Ugh.
Right. I mean, you couldn't tell that it was obviously tongue in cheek, especially the way I super chat Kevin. I'm always busting his balls. So So is and again, that's why I like MLC too, because the chat gives Kevin shit all the time, constantly. He never has the right guests for the chat.
Rochi, so real question. Why hasn't Panhandler started a YouTube channel? Well, I can answer that for you, Rochi. He can't share Smul's StreamYard.
Right. No, got him with the echo thing.
Got him.
No, I'm not a guy. And as much shit as I give Rochi, I'll give him this credit. I think he's done a pretty good job. And I love the fact that he sticks to like an hour, hour 15, an hour and a half. Like it's one of the shorter shows. Like he has what he has to say. And I think he clips his own shit. So to me, he's putting in some sort of effort. And I think that's all the chatters want. Try to do something. Don't just go on and be like Dean and watch clips that other people. No, I know you clip your own shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's making an attempt to do something, and he has a concept, his gatekeeping or his Joey C shit. All right. So there, I said something pseudo nice about Rochi. So I think I'm about done streaming until next Saturday.
Kevin says Pan is not fat.
I am fat. I am getting, not fat. Right. What Kevin said about KB, I missed that.
Pan is not thin.
I am not thin.
So
not at all.
I am confused. One thing I'll say about Rochi, KB says Rochi stinks. One thing I'll say about Rochi, and look, I'll be fair, I haven't actually caught Rochi show in a little while, but if you can continuing to start your show with, I don't want to fucking be here. I couldn't even be fucking bothered. I woke up at fucking 4 o'clock. I was like, I don't even want to do this fucking show. If I tune in again, Rochi, I hear that. I'm going to be fucking so annoyed. But otherwise, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Robbie, I want to take a piss break. Pan, we're going to get into some Robbie shit. If you want to fuck off, by all means.
Yeah, people have seen it. People have had enough. Panhandler fatigue is really setting in. And for all the autists out there, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt I wore on MLC, so you can clown me for that last night. I haven't showered or really slept, so go ahead and make fun of me for that, as well as the half face. Anyway, I appreciate you having me on, Dean. Everybody else, get fucked, losers.
Thanks for coming, man. We appreciate it.
The fuck?
What?
You didn't say like goodbye to me. You just get fucked, losers. What the fuck?
All right, I'm going to take a piss break, Robbie. What do you want to get into?
Well, the assholes.
We did the busted assholes. So I mean, we can recap.
No, I meant the way
recap?
I said that. You said what did you want to get into, and then I said the ass, and it's
right. Well, whatever you want to do, I'm taking a piss break. So go.
Okay, I'll just start talking. Let's see here. How's everybody doing? Robbie, you are an extension of Dean. I don't know how Ozzy would feel about that. That's probably a shot at the Aussie guy. I was curious if any. No, I don't. No, Guru one. No, thank you. There's this guy named, I think it's Brian Johnson, who's claiming he was going to live forever. He's in all this. He somehow got rich. I'm not sure how he got rich, but he's all into that pseudoscience health stuff. And he was saying like the least he'd be satisfied living is 130 or 140 years. And then he just got diagnosed like last week with an autoimmune disorder where his stomach is eating itself. And I don't know who Ashley's got. I'm just going to block out the chat. Anyway, I find it not funny because it's sad that like he doesn't seem like he's like an axe murderer or something. So it sucks that he's dying, I guess. But at the same time, man, if karma was real, that might be it, because you feel like you're just tempting fate by saying, oh, I want to live forever. Then I feel like he's only been super viral with that stuff for a year or two. And within a 2-year span, he gets this severe disorder where his stomach is literally eating his body. I mean, and now he's tweeting shit like, maybe I took this too far. And then he's back on like saying like he loves to analyze his girlfriend's period blood. That was the tweet from a couple of days ago. That was
what?
Yeah, that was a wild tweet. I'll bring it up here just a second.
So Robbie's idea of pseudoscience, diet and exercise.
No, but he's like no meat, no sunshine. He's like terrified of like UV rays and shit. I don't know. Just a second. I got it pinned in my
At the Robbie has a first edition of Mein Kampf on display back there.
No,
Do
I
you, Rob?
don't. And if I do, that's not mine. But I don't think I do.
Well, final boss is a clipper, so you know you don't want to challenge a clipper. He's seen something.
No, I highly doubt I have a copy of. I know. I don't know. I don't think my dad does either. That's
Min Diggity zoomed in.
what? No way.
How about
You're-
someone give us an image tip on Super Tip with the Mein Kampf? Come on.
That would be bad. I would have to.
At the final, I will stick up for him here. That's not mine, LOL. I will stick up for him. Most of these books are his dad's.
All of them in this section. I'm. If you guys haven't been able to tell by now, I am pretty autistic when it comes to all I do is read baseball books. I have probably read in my lifetime over 1,000 books on baseball. I own over 1,000 books on baseball. Although I'm interested in military history, I'm not a military history expert. I don't own any of these books that you see behind me. Okay, here we go. So how do
Do you
I
know what you should
share?
do, though? You should grab the Mein Kampf and put it.
I don't
like,
think
right
I would be shocked if there's a Mein
Can I
Kampf
finish?
book
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
You should
now
take that book and put it at the base of the staircase.
So I trip over it?
No, because that's your struggle. The staircase. It's your struggle.
I don't get it. Just a second. Just a second.
Did anyone get it?
Share screen. Come on, people. Here we go.
I don't know how you say this. Bastello Maserati? Is that how you say it? Sun Tzu, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Okay. Okay, that's his girlfriend.
KB says it's a historical book. Robbie, don't be ashamed. See, KB's lovely, trying to fucking stick
See,
up
look,
for you.
can you see that? Can you read what that says?
I can't. No, can you?
Okay. Yeah. It says Kate, his girlfriend apparently is named Kate. It goes, Kate's period blood is in my -80 what's it? Fahrenheit and centa. Man, my brain is gone today.
So I've got the feedback. Darth Nugs and Ruru Rara saying, yeah, we get it. Not good. All right. I appreciate that. That's fine. That's fine.
What's C stand for again?
Celsius.
There we go. Jesus Christ, how did I not know? And then, so he just randomly tweets out at 6:22 p.m. on July 30th, Kate's period blood is in my negative 80 Celsius freezer, around 10 milliliters. Menstrual blood is valuable and highly underutilized. We collect it to look for diseased tissue, measure microplastics. What the fuck is with everyone with microplastics? Measure endocrine disruptors and measure paths. But it's just he just tweets random shit like that all the time, and his stomach is slowly eating himself. Isn't that kind of wouldn't that be? What if that happened to me? Like, what if the weight loss wasn't because of the GLP-1s, but it was because my stomach was eating my body?
Yeah, that'd make sense, wouldn't it?
It would.
That would make
Revenge
sense
for all the shit I've put in it
the
over
only
the
way
years.
you got thin is because you ate yourself.
I mean, would that not be the most fitting thing?
It would be perfect. It would be absolutely perfect.
Except the part where I die at like 36 years old, then because it's the
Well,
one
that's
in 2
probably
years.
on the cards anyway, though, wouldn't it?
Jesus Christ. Allegedly, knock on wood, like all my A1C heart stuff is in the green, so or as green as it can be for somebody of my size. It's a curved scale.
Ryan, hey, thank you for breaking up that. Thanks for the two. Robbie, what is the most rare or favorite book on the shelf?
Has to be Mein Kampf. No, I'm just joking.
That's a good line. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
No, you got nothing?
I don't think I've read
Not
any of
necessarily
them.
on that shelf, just in the basement, whatever it is.
I don't know. The Bill James Historical Abstract. It's like 1,000-page book on historical baseball that I read when I was in high school. It's over there. That's probably my favorite.
There you go. KB sticking up for you, mate. I don't like all this Robbie bashing today. Just today, not all the other weeks.
Yeah,
just today. Darth Nug says we have -80 freezers at work. They are thousands a month in electric. I bet they are. I bet they are. Refrigerant refrigerant cooling is not fucking cheap electricity wise. Ugh.
I don't should have
Anything
comic
else?
books. Oh
on
yeah,
this
one last
fucking
thing.
freak?
Connor 1234 said, and people should have comic books. I have like $150 a month comic book habit at the moment, so I need to cut back on that. Might be slightly exaggerating, but not by much. It's what you never realize how inflation impacts you until you realize the comics that 5 years ago were $3 are now like $7 a piece. It's ridiculous.
Brutal.
It is.
I remember when I was a kid, they used to cost whatever. Do you still collect cards?
Like baseball cards?
Yeah.
Yes, and if anyone wants to offload my collection, let me know, and I will give you a hell of a deal. I still collect them, but like I have some rare cards, and I just don't know. They make it sound so easy once you get them to find a buyer. It's not nearly as easy to find a buyer for your cards as they make it sound.
I've been into like a whole bunch of nostalgia, NBA nostalgia over the last year or so. But every time the Dabbleverse starts to bore me a little bit, I tend to find myself watching that stuff. And I got to thinking the other day of my basketball card collection.
Do you have like is it the Fleer night? It's the Fleer set where it was like Charles Barkley was a rookie and Michael Jordan had a rookie card. Those are ones that are expensive. Ben, I was on the mailbag with Ben, and he's kind of hinted that he has one of those Fleer Michael Jordan rookie cards, the ones that go for thousands of dollars. But he doesn't want to. He's in this rock and a hard place situation because you have to get those cards authenticated, to get real money. But it's such a racket because, like, to get any card graded is $50, right? But then if they think you could then flip this card for $500, then they will charge you a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more based on it. Yeah, and the turnaround time is anywhere from like 2 weeks to 6 months. So it's just and he has so many rare cards that like he doesn't have the money to get them graded, even though he'd make so much from selling them once they are graded. And so it's crazy.
Ruru Rara says,
fuck you, young old vibes. You're an Astros fan and cheats.
And then young old vibes says, we don't care. Got him, yes. Well done, young old vibes. Do you know what's been my Twitter feed currently, it is like Dabbleverse, tits, ass, tits, Jordan versus LeBron, Dabbleverse, tits. You get the point. A lot of who's the GOAT stuff. And this fucking paid a paid mission from what's the fucking Clutch Sports? Is that what it is? Clutch? Yeah, that's
LeBron's agency.
Yeah,
that's Clutch.
This fucking what they're pushing lately. I was listening to Nick Wright the other day, bringing up Game 3 of the '93 Eastern Conference Finals. It was like, look at this. Jordan had 22 points on 3 for 18 shooting. What a fucking! This was a chance for him to go down 3-0. We just got some money. Hang on, MG082. $5. Dean, why does it look like an away team is about to materialize from the Starship Enterprise over your right shoulder?
It does look very District 9 vibes with this. Yeah. If that's what he's saying, I don't know if that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the dark clouds. It was obviously a cloudy day when this shot was taken. Anyway,
it just looks like the background of the District 9. If you know that movie, the film poster, it just looks like it for some reason.
Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, he's arguing that he scored 22 points, 3 for 18 shooting, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah. So how many free throws did he hit? So it was like 16 of 17 from 3, 11 assists, fucking 9 rebounds, and obviously steals and blocks and shit as well. And then the other thing is, he doesn't mention Game 4 as well, where now I had the 3-peat the VHS back in the day. I watched it a lot. And you know what I remember from Game 4? Held down by the Knicks defense through the first 3 games, Michael Jordan was about to be unleashed. 54 points in the Garden. You know.
I was just
Thanks,
backing up
Robbie.
that guy's comment. I thought.
Yeah, no, thanks, Robbie.
I was listening. Sorry, but I was gonna forget if I didn't do it now. You know my fucked up brain.
No, it's all good. It's all good. People are more interested in that anyway.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, point being, these guys are like trying to pluck out these fucking things from Jordan that, oh, this was a Jordan failure. This was a Jordan failure. And it's like, you can't, like, I've always been been a big believer in, if you're shitting on the other product, what you're selling ain't that good. You know what I mean? If you're trying to pluck this shit out from many years ago that you think is an own, you're not feeling that good about old Bron's fucking legacy. Are ya?
Why
I
is
just keep
everyone-
listening to story after story of Michael Jordan just putting fear in grown men. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
It's crazy how people are like, oh, 76ers, they're like a wagon now because they have a 41-year-old superstar. How old is LeBron now? Like, he's a good player, but you can't say that swings the championship in their direction. I don't know. I feel like the 76ers, I bet my life they don't win this NBA championship next year. And you can clip that, and I pray it doesn't happen.
Mint Diggity making the Lakers draft Bronny still
that's
so wild. Is he on the Lakers still, or is he now on the? This is what's. I'll give him credit for this, Mint Diggity, as a father. Although I'll get to something in a minute. As a father, he did make the Lakers re-sign Bronny before he left the Lakers. So Bronny got some guaranteed money. I don't know if he's been waived or not, or contract buyout or whatever. But Bronny got the guaranteed dollars. Maybe ends up at the Sixers. But how funny is this, Robbie? In LeBron's fucking statement where he said he's leaving LA and it's for his happiness. As I imagine saying that you're leaving your son behind for happiness.
Yeah.
Good one, Bron. Good one. So I did enjoy
By
that.
all accounts, Bron is
maybe
a
I do like
dude,
that. Yeah,
but
yes.
I don't know how smart he is. He's already knocked up at least one woman, and he's not even like 21 years old yet. Seems like
Is
quick
that
way to go
Bronny?
bankrupt. Yeah, he's
Really?
engaged. Yeah, he knocked up a girl.
Agent GRB, Jalen Brown is really good, and they added him as well. Yeah, look, it's a good lineup, and they're definitely championship contenders. But Bron will find a way to fucking ruin the chemistry. I mean, there's always talk of them wanting to trade Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid's not going to work well with Bron because Bron can only play with the lane clear. And Joel
Well, that's what
Embiid's
happened with
gonna
Chris Bosh.
clog up
Remember
the lane.
how much like there was that learning curve for like the first year with the Heat because Bosh was always in the lane and LeBron's like, get out my fucking way.
Bosh had to become a corner three shooter. Kevin Love had to become a corner three shooter.
He would have been better if Bosh wasn't on that team. That's a hot take, but I think it's true.
No, I agree. All the big men that play with Bron get forced out to the corner and don't do what they fucking made their bones doing. Fucking
Luckily,
grab and
Joel
rebound.
Embiid will have no problem being like, wait, you just want me to stand in the corner and shoot threes occasionally? I'm good with that.
Yes. Mint says he's living in NY and taking a helicopter
That's
everywhere.
true.
This is a disaster in the making. Well, we know what
He's
happened.
going
to
to live in
Cobes.
New York during the season, even though he plays in Philadelphia. That's just insane to me.
Mint, you're a fucking Philly guy, right? How do you feel about Bron coming to the Sixers? Oh, Kinkaleko, don't get me wrong. Bosh did do more than that. But what LeBron wants him to be is a corner three shooter and get the fuck out of the way. Yeah, don't get me wrong on that, Kinky. I assume you're talking about Bosh here. Miami doesn't win. I agree. I do totally agree.
I disagree with that.
No, I agree with that.
I think they win a championship with or without Bosh. But I don't know.
No, well, I mean, they won the one against OKC. They don't win the second one without Bosh.
Yeah,
He got the fucking rebound
that's true.
to dish it out to fucking Ray Allen for the tying
That's
three.
true.
And not a lot of people point out Kawhi Leonard missed 2 free throws before that.
Oh,
They could have gone up 5. They could have gone up 5. Missed 2 free throws. Nobody ever talks about that.
Wasn't that like that? That was the one where there's the famous like half the crowd had left, and then they tried to run back in, and they had to lock the doors of the stadium at the end because everyone assumed the Heat had lost. And then
Yeah.
that's a funny scene.
They wheeled out the trophy too. The trophy was fucking on the floor when Ray Allen hit that 3. It was crazy. Mint says, "Yeah, I always hated LeBron, but it's exciting. Brought so much energy to the city and the Sixers." Yeah, look, I get it. But it's championship or bust, you know, and LeBron ain't gonna want to take the heat for that. So Joel Embiid, fucking Maxey, Jaylen Brown, get ready to fucking take the heat if this doesn't work out. King Loco says that's how I felt when he joined Miami. I always hated him, but it was a fun 4 years. Look, I was a LeBron guy before he went to Miami. Like, I wanted to see the dude succeed. Like, we just came off of Jordan. Imagine straight away we then get the fucking next GOAT. But like, as fucking Mint just said, he's a diva.
And his fans are just so annoying. Like the LeBron fans are in a class of annoying fanboy of any. Like I get it. Like I'm annoying with my Josh Allen love. Anyone that's singularly focused on a single player in a sport is annoying just by nature. I get that. But LeBron fanboys are just the most sensitive and just obsessive people on the face of the earth. It gets very annoying.
KB, if Jokic ever leaves the Nuggets, I'll lose it.
So will Roxanne. She loves her Jokic.
I love me some Jokic.
Yeah, I do too. The dad bod god.
It's fun basketball to watch. You know,
some people think he's a boring guy. I find it him fascinating. Like he can just be like, it looks like he doesn't care, and he just zips the ball through 2 different defenders' legs right to a cutting guard who lays in it. He's a mixture of the modern NBA where he's 7 feet tall and shoots threes, and like the NBA from the 70s back before there was a 3-point line and it was all about passing and cutting to the basket and everything. I love Jokic.
Some of his fucking passing and the way he sets up his hand. He gets the game. He just understands the game so well. Like, it is beautiful to watch.
Though it is funny that he seemingly doesn't like basketball at all. Like he's obsessed with horses. Like horse racing is his first love. He's just really good at basketball.
Yeah. Dude, athletes can be scum. LeBron seems like one of the good ones for his status. I watched him on ESPN when he was in high school. I actually do think LeBron's a legit good guy. He's just terrible. What's the word I'm looking for? Like PR wise, like he just says dumb shit that just doesn't help his case. Like when they won the 2016 championship and he was like, "That one right there made me the greatest of all time." Like, dude, you don't say that. You don't say that. That's for
we all say that, but I'm waiting for the day when there's a brave enough reporter to admit LeBron is juiced to the gills. I'll say it.
Is he juiced? Look at the size of his head, man, and the shape of his head. It is fucking changed. His head's got fucking longer.
The Barry Bonds of the NBA.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind.
But the NBA, it's kind of like with Ohtani and the MLB with the gambling. The NBA has such a vested interest in making sure, even if they knew he was juicing, they would never let it leak, and they would never suspend him either. When is the last time an NBA player is? When is the last time an NBA player is even busted for steroids? Do they even test for it in the NBA? It sure doesn't seem like no one ever gets busted for it.
They got called out as having one of the worst testing. Like, obviously MLB was terrible through the 90s. But yeah, the NBA's was fucking terrible. I believe it was like there was one test like in like September or August.
And then they probably all knew it was coming or something. So
yeah, exactly. Like, it was wild back then. Thank you to Ryan A on Super Tip. Thanks for the 5. Oh, damn it.
I can't hear it.
Oh, fuck. Stop. I'm going to have to do that again because I forgot to do the audio. And, oops, let's switch me to there. There we go. Let me turn the audio on. We'll try that again, folks. My apologies. Thank you, Ryan A.
Rochi, where are you? Babe, I need you to do my laundry. I can't work that machine. Oh, Rochi is the man for me. He's allowed on the bed.
There you go. Thank you, Ryan A. Thanks for the 5. KB says, I thought blood doping was a new thing. Yeah, that was the Lance Armstrong gimmick.
Alex
Winning all those.
Rodriguez, biogenesis, all that stuff.
Yeah. A lot of people call LeBron, what do they call him? Fucking what's that fucking place? God damn it. What's the place of Bonds and all that?
Balco?
Yeah, not LaBelco. They don't call him LaBelco. No, there must be a newer one. There's a newer one. But there's no doubt.
Stem cells, blood transfusion, PRP.
There's I'll have to research it. Don't worry. We won't get bogged down on the nickname. He there was times like when in Cleveland where he would take like a month off.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And he's
to
looking
go to
all
Germany
fucking
for that
tired
blood
and shit.
platelet stuff and everything.
Yeah. Now look, I'm one of the guys that for recovery, I got no issue with it. You know, yeah, because to help people get over injuries, get them back quicker. Like at the end of the day, it is still entertainment, and like you are trying to, fucking people are paying a lot of money to watch these games and shit. So to get guys back on the field or on the court, I think it's worth looking into. But then if you're juicing to the max and getting an advantage over everyone else, where do you draw the line? All of that, it's a fucking slippery slope. Fucking, I'm giving Mint Diggity too much love. I said very little scandal. He did jump on the BLM agenda, but someone fucked with his property. Called him WN?
I think so. That was what he claimed. There was never any photos, and it was cleaned up by the time the cops got there. So who knows?
Yeah, interesting. Overall, though, no, I think Bron is a genuinely good guy.
I mean, I don't like him, but like, there's been a lot. He's the most famous athlete probably in America, and he hasn't had any like crime issues, which is pretty rare these days. Like 9 out of 10 people in his position would have some major scandal by now. So I get what Mint Dickety is saying.
And look, we may get to the point where like former players, and there are some former players that are coming out with the LeBron stories of instances on court where LeBron fucking took over a game, blah blah blah. But there's just so many fucking Jordan stories. Like the Kevin Garnett story is one of the all-time greats of when he fired up Jordan in his rookie year. But Robbie, the other day I heard a Jordan story that I'd never heard before, and this one fucking it was great. He so 84 Olympics. Jordan went to the 84 Olympics. They won gold. Before the 84 Olympics, they had 8 exhibition games against NBA All-Stars, and they won the first 3. Jordan's USA won the first 3, and the NBA was like, all right, this doesn't look good for us. We better stack these teams a bit more. So they put better players on the All-Stars team. The 84 Olympic team still kept beating them. And so the NBA All-Stars got pissed off, and they went a hard foul on Jordan. And they fucking like across the face, fucking raked the eyes. And Jordan was pissed. You know what happened, Robbie? 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 19 points in 12 minutes.
Jesus.
Imagine having that switch, that level you could go to. Just switch it on and just do it. And he's done it to so many different, and like the KG story where he's just like, I can't really even describe the next 6 to 8 minutes. It's like we're always on defense. And then he gets to the bench. My bad, dude. My bad. Yeah, dude, sometimes you just shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth, man. You right there, Robbie? What's going on back there?
I thought I saw Mein Kampf, so I was making sure that wasn't what I thought I saw. To be completely transparent with you.
Oh, I love it. Well, have you got anything else, Robbie, or we might wrap it up a little early?
No, that's about it. Sorry.
That's about it for today. We may come back for another late night stream, but the reason we're back morning, I know we were supposed to be night this week, but I got to work in the morning. And so if I can solve the problem quick enough and get home quick enough, Robbie and I might knock out a late night stream. But if not, if I get stuck at work longer than I'd like, I might take some time off later in the week. So maybe like a Tuesday night show or maybe a Thursday night, something like that. We will effort to do something like that. Fucking Elmin Diggity, good point. Ron's mum is wild too. The fucking what's his name? Delonte West and all that.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that shit's wild as well. Good point. Good point. You've had a good night here, Mint. Thanks for joining us, Mint Diggity. Last chance to get in over at supertip.gg/USOA, by the way, before we fucking bounce out of here. But yeah, hopefully a late night stream later tonight or later on in the week. We'll grab we'll jump on for another stream. So in the meantime and in between time, Robbie, how can these lovely people get in touch with you?
Oh, just a minute. Rover coming in at the
Rover with 20 gifted memberships. Pew, 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 pew. Rover, did you not just hear me say supertip.gg/USOA?
Yeah, that would have been a first. No, I'm just joking.
Thank you so much, Rover. Gifteds don't count towards the fucking leaderboard, though. You know? Should we go check the leaderboard? Are we on top? Are we leading? Thank you, Rover. You're a legend. Too good to us. I just take it for granted now. I'm like, fucking, you're spending your money in the wrong place now, Rover. But he's the best of good eggs. Thank you, Rover. Robbie, what do you got for us?
You can find us at Official USA Pod on X. You can find me at Mariner Robbie on X. If you go to the Ben Maller 5th hour, or 5th hour with Ben Maller pod, or just the Ben Maller Show pod, at the top, I was on his mailbag episode this week, so give that a listen. Helps me out a little bit if you guys have time. Feel like I promoted this show better at the end than I did last time. I may have let it slip that Ozzy ripped me a new one, so I was a little nervous promoting it.
Well, you certainly give the 5th hour better promotion on here than you give our show on there, but
not this time. Though I was a little worried because I said we're on every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. and then I realized once we ended that we had switched to the evening, but luckily we're back on the mornings lately, so that part's
it's fucking wild. Like next week we'll probably do Sunday night, but I am doing Sunday morning again next week because I've got Stevie Lou booked for next Sunday morning, so. That might just be me and Stevie. Robbie, I probably won't make you wake up for that one.
I'll take the much needed sleep in for a change. Yeah.
But no, Stevie and I have had some disagreements, but he and I have never really had a proper conversation. And so I thought, I'm not afraid of disagreement and fucking argument and whatever. So I thought I'd take it. And look, we got Bauman here saying Stevie Lou is a total work off. Come let him know next Sunday, Bauman. Particularly on supertip.gg/.
That's the exact same thing, but I didn't know if I should say it.
Well, next week you might be able to do it on Dabble Tip /USOA, but we'll work on that before the next stream. Thank you everybody very much for joining us. On X, I'm at that sussy guy. Just imagine that Aussie guy and put an S where the A should be. We'll catch you next time on United States of Australia.
Have no loyalty to those two pieces of shit. Like, there's no loyalty among all the fake people. Everyone in the chat, they're all fucking losers that fucking live vicariously through this shit. They have no fucking lives. Shut the fuck up with your opinion. It's a friend, I'm telling you, shut the fuck up and talk about things you know about, but don't lower yourself to the level of this bunch of fair. No, you're not allowed to say to me, let's say you were stolen materialistic love for shit.